Marama Fox.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm grateful that I'll have the opportunity to take a call because very shortly I'm due in another select committee to debate some very hefty issues about the World Cup. But this has far more gravity, so I'm pleased to be here today, specifically to talk about SOP 107 in regards to Part 4 and Clause 167. Now, Mr. Les Galloway has articulated the technicalities of the issue correctly. If WorkSafe are investigating an accident or a tragedy, as the case may be, they have 12 months with which to produce their report and make a decision about whether they will take prosecution or take action against the employer. They can apply to have a further 12 months, and in that case, as has been articulated, a family won't be able to take a private prosecution because their time to do so would have run out. So we have been working with the Minister over a number of things that we've been trying to get through, and this is one of them. And so the SOP 107 is to give the families an extension of 3 months, and a 3-month window in which to lodge their claim. Now, given that you've got 2 years following a tragic circumstance or some sort of serious injury to investigate and to hear the findings and also to prepare yourself, we think that 3 months actually is an adequate amount of time to lodge that claim. 6 months would have been better, given a little less urgency to putting it through, but I would suppose that a family or an individual in a private circumstance would have prepared themselves for the possibility of taking that action and would be ready to lodge it. And so I feel that 3 months is actually an adequate amount of time. In being able to do that and work with the government, I think it's fair to say that far from being all over the place, as has been articulated by the Labour leader, we have been very clear about what we wanted to do with this government. So we've worked with the Minister to try and strengthen parts of the legislation, in this case Part 4, to ensure that there is some strength over the issues that we also have concerns with. And we've articulated those clearly with the Minister, and we've worked very well with his officials to try and see those things through. In this case, yes, it is around the extension to the time that a family member can take that claim. I think the other thing that we have talked about that won't show up here in Part 4 is the proactive nature of WorkSafe, to encourage WorkSafe to in fact work more with employers and with employees about articulating exactly what their rights are, to ensure that they know where their procedures for health and safety are, where they can be found, who they can go to, and what can happen if they're unhappy with those things. I think we don't want to always be the big stick. I'm pretty sure that WorkSafe doesn't always want to be the big stick at the end of a process where things are found to be disruptive, or where things are found to be inadequate, where people have been injured or hopefully not, but where people can also been killed. It doesn't just have to be the big stick. We would rather that there was a proactive engagement with WorkSafe, with our employees and with our workers at the shop face. Yes, we think that this bill could have been strengthened in a few places, and we've worked hard to do that. I'm happy to put the SOP 107 through. I think 3 months is adequate amount of time. I'm not going to talk any longer on it. I don't think we need to labour the point. I think Mr. Les Galloway has articulated the technicalities of the issue adequately, and so I just wanted to speak and give clarity to that and the reasons why we have decided to put this up as 3 months if the 6 months is unsuccessful, but I think that would be enough time for family members to bring a private prosecution. Thank you, Mr. Chair.